Hey there, Roger Pascal here. Thank you for joining us tonight. We're going to be talking about who is in your inner circle tonight. So that's going to be one of our programs that we're going to be talking about. But first of all, let me introduce myself and who we are. I'm Roger Pascal. I'm the CEO of Real Impact Training Systems and also CEO of Subject2Institute.com. So at Real Impact, we improve the quality of people's lives through real estate investing. Real Impact franchises provide local real estate investors with networking and educational meetings. Our locations are franchise owners in various locations throughout Texas and Oklahoma. In addition to monthly meetings and workshops, our franchise owners also offer a variety of one on one mentoring programs that can help you no matter where you're at in your personal real estate journey. If you're interested in learning more about our training systems, please reach out to any of us and any of our franchise owners. You can find a franchise location and contact information online at realimpacttraining.com. We also have a new website coming up on called realimpactcourses.com. I'll be talking about that a little bit later in this broadcast. Just click on the locations button in the middle of the screen. In a few minutes, we're going to start working with giving you some great information and giving you some areas to think about of what we're doing. So, but our primary journey on any of these Sunday night programs that we do is to provide you the opportunity to ask questions about real estate investing and how to build your business. There's no need to wait till next week or tomorrow or whenever. Just go ahead and type your question in the chat box and we'll get back to you with answering your questions on that. So good deal. Good deal. All right. With that said, so tonight, like I said, we're going to be talking about who is in your inner circle. So this is a huge area that we run into all the time. One of our most common questions that I get is how do we find motivated sellers? You know, this is huge. How many houses that I find connected to my inner circle? You know, pretty much all of my deals, somewhere or another, come through my inner circle. Okay. So, what is an inner circle? Well, an inner circle is based on the people you know and the people that they know. That's where we get the majority of our stuff. Is they're talking to a friend. It's just like sitting around the water cooler at the office. Do you know a great plumber? Do you know a great electrician? My dog is sick. Who do you use as a vet? So referrals is a way that we get that we build our business day in and day out. So why do we think, or why do we work our own inner circle? What we do is we see others all the time. Just a quick note. We see people who work really hard to get a client. They never build never build a friendship, and they never keep in touch. So when this person needs to sell, they just don't think about that person that might be in the business because they've never built that relationship. They've got that friendship kind of basis, and we run into it all the time. We run into people that we know that sell a house, or they're looking to rent a house and they don't think of you as a renter or something on that basis. So you are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. And that's a quote by Jim Rohn. That's a very famous quote, and it is absolutely spot on. So this is why I'm very active in the investment community. You know, one of my business partners, actually Dennis Henson, which we're partners in Real Impact. Dennis is absolutely a phenomenal real estate teacher. He's been teaching it for over 50 years. But he says, hey, if you need to meet somebody, if you need to have that contact with somebody, reach out to Roger Pascal because Roger knows everyone. Well, do I know everyone? No, but it's because I work hard on building relationships with the people that I do meet. I want to be friends and I want to have friends too. And I am a problem solver. I really like people to reach out to me and they say, "Who do you know that does this? How is this done? Where do we go with this?" Any of those areas throughout that um, whole aspect of doing business. Okay. And, so with that said, I was not born knowing everybody in the world. Nobody is. As a matter of fact, when I started doing real estate, I thought most of my inner circle was not local because I came from a international business. Um, I was thinking most of my people I knew didn't even live in the state, and in most cases, or in many cases, they lived overseas. They lived in other countries around the world. And I thought, well, this I don't know how well I'm going to be able to do this real estate thing. My wife got in before I did. I wanted to work with investors. I needed to find out, how do I find investors? Okay. But my inner circle, believing it was not in the area that I was working with, um, I thought that I really needed to build this up through other other means. With that said, like I said, that was not the case. It was not the case where I was at. So it is not who you know, it is who the people that know. Okay, the old Pantene shampoo commercial, for those of you old enough to, you meet a friend, they have two friends, they have two friends, their friends have two friends. Before you know it, it's like right up here on this screen, right next to me, right here. There we go. Right next to me up here. So that is where um, that's where we're just letting our friends know what we do. We're letting our friends know. We're not throwing up all over our friends. We're not just blah 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 blah, and all we talk about is real estate. And now they want to avoid you because you're like that other friend that is in the multi-level marketing business of the week. Every week he's got a new Collins cleanse or a shampoo or whatever, and and so we don't do that, but we do let people know what we're doing. We do let people know how we do this. Um, so I just started telling my friends, or people that I knew that I was doing real estate investments, and I was letting them know to think of me when their friends needed something real estate related. You know, this is your bank account. This right here on the screen up here is your bank account. Okay. And you just need to be adding to that every single day. Okay. Once again, who do you know that they know that they know? The list goes on. It starts building from there. Um, so with that said, I hear from investors, I just don't know anybody. You know what? Yeah, you do. They just don't want to talk to other people. They're not comfortable in what they have to say. They're not comfortable in what they're working with. So if you look outside your immediate inner circle, most people have connections to hundreds of others. Look at your Facebook or look at your LinkedIn. Look at your friends and look who their friends are. You'll be amazed at the connections that in that area alone. Never in the history of the world has there been more opportunities to meet other people. It is just phenomenal. I was telling my wife yesterday, you remember that guy that bought that house up in so and so, that the investment house, truck driver, and he was buying that rent house, and she did. We had I explained a little bit more about who he was, but she did, and I said, I was on Facebook about a couple of years ago, and he is Facebook friends with a cousin of mine in Nashville, Tennessee, that's in the music business, and he's a producer, and I'm like, wow, how did they connect? And I remembered the guy that sold that house, that little rent house to the truck driver. He was in the music business. He was a musician. So I guess they met at some type of event, or some type of online event and they built a relationship. But I thought that was just absolutely phenomenal. So, once again, never in the history of the world has there been an opportunity to connect with so many people so quickly. So, with that said, I'm not saying to go onto social media and start friending everyone in your friends contact list. That's not what it's about. That's not going to get you anywhere. Okay. Just what I do is I start posting things real estate related in my post. Nothing boring. I might take a selfie. That's right here on the screen. And maybe it's in front of a vacant house. Maybe I add some verbiage to it, like, "Wow, what an interesting house that I saw today." Don't write a book, just 10 or 20 words. Also, when when you go to a real estate investors meeting or a class or a boot camp or anything like that, take a selfie of yourself with the speaker behind you. Make a short comment about how great the speaker was. Tag that speaker in your post. Tag the group leader in your post. Now you are in front of all their connections too. So they're looking at it and saying, "Oh wow, they went to so and so's, they went to Roger's Subject to class, and and they're in this town that I was originally raised in, and I would love to own houses in that town. I'll make a connection with that person that posted that." So I say often that we are problem solvers. So why would we not want to go out and help people that we know the best to let them know that we can help their friends too? So what are you looking to do is to build three things: trust, loyalty, and respect. So you want people to respect you. You want people to trust your judgment and trust what you're doing. And every one of us want to have people that we're around that are loyal, people that are around that maybe not talk bad about us, or if they're talking bad about somebody else, they're talking bad about you. Okay, that's kind of how that goes. So trust, loyalty, and respect. So what do I see with new investors literally every single day is they will spend a ton of time and money on paying for a list, going on the internet and paying for this list of leads. They'll go to a company and they'll buy this list and they'll get these leads and they're like, "This is what I'm going to do. This is going to be great." And they will start calling people they don't know. They'll start calling people that in many cases don't even have any interest of anything real estate related. They don't want to sell their house. They don't want to, they just don't want to sell their houses or whatever it may be. So they will also go out and put out a ton of bandit signs and market on social media to people that they, once again, have no connection with. So when they do this, this is when there's a huge business with people in your inner circle. So when they, let me go there, backtrack. When they go there, they are literally spinning their wheels, spending their time. So if you talk to these list companies and you say, "Hey, how successful are your top producers with your list?" And if they're honest, they're going to say, "Yeah, they get about a 2 to 2.5% return rate." So that means that they're reaching out, they're picking up the phone, or they're having a VA pick up the phone, and they're reaching out to 98 people that don't buy for every 2 people that do. So when you're working a referral basis and you have the referrals working out there with you, and you're working with people that you're connected to through a friend or a friend of a friend of a friend, you have that connection there. So my wife and I strictly work off referrals, and we monitor this and we measure this. We measure it on a consistent basis. In 2023, 100% of our business came from referrals. okay, came from people that said, hey, I know these people that can help you. Now, my wife sells the houses that smell good. I sell the houses that smell bad. So she does the retail real estate to people that aren't doing investments. I do investment real estate, and out of the referrals that we get, and we measure this too, about 75% of the people that are referred to us, we wind up closing their deals. Okay, that is absolutely huge in where we go with on that. So in today's exercise, I would like y'all, anybody on this call, anybody listening into this call, start writing a plan to connect with people you know, and this can be on social media. This can be real estate investors meetings, which is great to reach out to people, church or an organization like Rotary, Lions, Toastmasters, your kids' ball games or daddy-daughter dances, just to name a few. Okay, and then building your business with using your inner circle is a great method. First of all, you're working with people that want to work with you, not some arrogant person that you do not have a connection with. Also, if you have somebody out there that you know that is just a rear end, that is like somebody you don't really like to be around, don't add them to your referral list because the people that they're around are most likely just like them. Once again, the Jim Rohn thing at the beginning of this broadcast. So reach out, to the people that you have contacts with. It might be the local mechanic in town. It can be the people you have built relationships at church. Once again, I'm a huge advocate of giving back, so I'm involved in a lot of social organizations and do a lot of social work regarding not government social work, but regarding a group of us that might go to the local mission, or we may go to a mentoring program at a elementary school, something on that basis. And we're not building a relationship with the kid with the fourth graders in school, but what we are doing is we're building that relationship with the other people that we go with, the other people that we connect with. We may have a dinner once a month in a group. We have a neighborhood association in the neighborhood that we live in, that we have a dinner club. We have some other activities that we do together. So once again, building your business by referral is the easiest way you can build your business. Okay. So I really hope that this gives you gives you the right information to reach out to, the right information to start building your business. If you got any comments, feel free to throw them in the chat session. But with wrapping this up, there are dozens of ways to find sellers. You just want to go through and make sure you're working with the right sellers. And for me, what has been successful for me, what has been successful for my students that I've taught, what has been successful for most other people that I know out there is literally working your inner circle and working with your friends. And your friends, it's always much easier to work with them and than trying to work with others that you have no connection to. And so if I have a friend that's going to give me a referral, or that is giving me a referral, and they say, "Hey, Roger, I've got a friend that wants to sell their house. Their parents may have passed away, or they put their mom in a nursing home, and we want to move this house, or maybe they have a rental. They just don't like being in the rental business, or whatever that may be." And I won't. I won't encourage them. I will encourage. Well, let me say this. I'll encourage them to tell their friend, make sure that I'm going to call, but I want that friend's phone number, because if they have my card and they give it to their friend, and their friend looks at that business card, hands it over to the wife, and the wife drops it in her purse, multiple miracles have to happen before they call me. One is they're going to have to keep that business card. They're going to have to hang on to that business card and remember who that was. who gave them that business card. It was John that gave the business card to Jim and Betty, and Jim and Betty don't remember where the business card came from. Next, Betty's got to find it in her purse. So, um, uh, many women, my wife is a great example, will have tons of different stuff in her purse. And unless she's just absolutely looking for something, then she won't know it's there. She won't remember it's there. If she throws a business card in there, she may not ever remember that business card is in there until she changes purses, a year or two down the road and goes, oh, I got to clean out all this stuff. Okay. So, but the miracles that happen if you give a business card and you don't get their numbers is they've got to remember you. They've got to remember the business card. They've got to remember why they have that business card. They have to hand that business card over to the next to their friend. If you gave a friend a business card, they got to carry it with them. But the person that receives it has to remember all these things and remember, and then they're like, well, I don't know. I'm a little intimidated to call Roger. I'm a little intimidated to call that real estate investor. That's a scary thing to do. I think I'll just maybe call that sign on the road or whatever. So, so what I do is I say, give me your contact. Give me your friend. I want to know Jim and Penny or whatever their name is. I want to know, tell me about them. Tell me what they're looking for. Tell me I'll be glad to give them a call. What's their number? I'll put it in my phone and I'll make sure that happens. So, I'll make sure that there's not, that miracle going on where those people have to call me. I will call them. Now the ice has already been broken because Jim and Penny have already said, hey, I gave your information to Roger. He's a real estate investor and I really have enjoyed working with him, or he's a good friend, or we work together in this mentoring program at schools, or our kids go to school together, whatever it may be. And, and then I will give, so when I call them, the ice has already been broken. The relationship, as little as it is at that point, it's already been started. So we reach out there, we make sure that happens. We are, so now when I'm talking to them, they're very relaxed. They're very, very relaxed. So my wife got a referral today of a gentleman looking to buy a ranch, over $1 million ranch, out of another state. And that relationship came through a friend that says, hey, I've got a friend moving to town. They're looking to buy a little place, some acreage, and they're budgeting in, whatever amount is, it's a little over $1 million. So they're budgeting in this, and they want some advice of buying a place in Texas. So my wife called them up, and the relationship immediately took off. It immediately took off because that couple had already talked to our friend, and they were very comfortable with hearing back from Linda Jean. And when Linda Jean called them, she got everything set up. She got information on what they're looking for, where they're looking for, what type of product they're looking for, property they're looking for, and she immediately started getting them information. And they're coming in town in another week or two or whatever it may be, and she'll have various properties that she'll send to them in the meantime, and they'll call out the ones that they want, and the ones that they don't want, they'll call out, and they're going to make that happen. So that's how we do business. That's how I do business. I gained a customer yesterday. We went on a property tour in Tyler. The property we wanted to look at, we couldn't get into for one reason or another, so we had to go look at another one. That was kind of a junky thing. But those are fun. But we went from there to another property with a young lady, her and her sister are investors. And we looked at that property, and I'm not going to be involved in that property because she's got another realtor involved, and that's the only fair thing to do. I'm not going to take business away from somebody. That's how you get a bad reputation. That's how my client would get a bad reputation. I would too. And we would want to make sure that those people are, are reaching out and doing, we're all doing business right. We're all on the same page. But I'll be working with them on future properties on that basis. So Austin has a question on here, and so he has in here: is wholesaling illegal in Oklahoma? Well, I'm personally not doing business in Oklahoma, but we do have a location up there, an impact location up there in the city, in Oklahoma City. Um, and it is, there's a lot of people that do wholesaling in Oklahoma. There's some bells and whistles that you have to do when you're doing wholesaling in Oklahoma. A lot of disclosures, and I think if I remember right, and the best way to learn this is to go to our Real Impact website and reach out to David and Tal Wynn, and they run the organization up there. They just had a meeting on Saturday, I believe it was. They do the what is it, the second or third Saturday of the month, I guess it is. Um, and they're the best people to reach out to find out what regulations that you have to do. I've heard at one time that to do wholesaling in Oklahoma, you have to go through some real estate courses, not to be a realtor. It's not to be a realtor, but you have to go through some ethics. And what happened there is there were some people, what I understand, secondhand on this, is there were some people out there that um, really did some people bad. They really gave some misinformation, and they took advantage of some people that were out there um, doing the wrong thing. Okay, um, I'm not the expert on wholesaling in Oklahoma. And once again, look up Real Impact Oklahoma City. Reach out to Tal and David, and they can definitely, Austin, they can definitely give you the right answer there. So with that, we're going to go ahead and close this out. I like to keep my meetings short, so we've been on here for just right at 30 minutes today. And so Austin, if you would like to let me write this down. At Gmail. So Austin, I just dropped my email in the chat box there for you to copy down. Send me an email on that. I will be glad to get you in front of Tal and David. If you can't find them or whatever they may be, I'll get you in front of Tal and David, and we'll make that happen for you. So thank you for being on here today. And if you're interested in more, oops, that's my Subject to website. You can reach me there too. But let me see if I've got. There we go. You can reach out to us through Real Impact. Well, we're working on a new website, so you can probably find us there, realimpactcourses.com, or you can shoot me an email. I just put the email in the chat. So we'd love to hear from you at a later time. Thank you for being on here, everybody that's on here tonight. We've got several channels on Facebook and on YouTube. You can come back and listen to it again. But thank you for being on here tonight. And once again, really work your inner circle on this. There's no magic pill out there. There's no magic website. There's no magic list of buying list of people wanting to sell. People that are going through foreclosure, people that are behind on payments or whatever it may be. There are a ton of postcards or door hangers, whatever, sitting on that front porch. They're done listening to people. I've done the door knocking. It's very uncomfortable because they're like, "What are you doing here? I'm watching my favorite reality show, and you're disturbing me." Door knocking can work in some cases, and I have gotten business in the past off door knocking from, I might be buying a house or rehabbing a house or something, and I'll go to all the neighbors on a Saturday afternoon around that house and say, "Hey, this house over here, I'm redoing, And I'd love for you to let me know if you see anything goofy going on there. And by the way, if you know of anybody else that's buying or selling, I would love to talk to them. And I'm not asking them directly, hey, are you wanting to sell? Are you wanting whatever? Um, I'm asking them directly, do you know of anybody? And that sort of works out, and that works out well for me. So with that, thank you all for being on here tonight, and reach out to us if you have any questions, and then we will definitely work to get you answers. We do this call on the first and third Sunday of every month, so we will be back in April to make that happen. So thank you for being on here tonight, and let us know if we can help in any way. Come to our meetings. We have meetings all the time. So, you know, we're all over. On the bottom of the screen down there is where some of our meetings are at. We have some locations. We have a Saturday brunch or a Saturday lunch or a Saturday breakfast. That's what I just did in Tyler yesterday. They do one in Waco. There's one in Austin. One in Arlington, Wichita Falls, Denton. I mean, the list goes on and on. Then we have regular meetings too. So we have regular meetings that will provide a subject line that those are all free to go to. And it doesn't matter where you're at in your real estate investing career. You can be the newest of the new and never have done anything or just exploring, wanting to find out what's going on. Come to our meetings. You can be a seasoned investor and you have bought 100 properties. Come to our meetings because you will learn something new. I learn something new at every meeting that we do. So thank you so much for being on here tonight. And once again, if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to reach out to us, and we will wrap it up with this little video.
Running your own real estate investment business can be stressful, time-consuming, and difficult to manage. Where do you start? Why go out and try and reinvent the wheel when we have the answer? With our exclusive training program, we will teach you how to free up your time to build your business, develop your goals, learning where to find the money, how to find better deals, keeping track of offers, building a team, and developing a business plan that works for you. We at Real Impact Real Estate Training and Mentoring have all the answers for you. We have several plans to help you get your business to the next level. We have developed the best one-on-one personal training system in the industry. We have a proven structure that has been developed for more than 50 years through the purchase and sales of thousands of homes and commercial properties. We will help you set up and build your real estate investment business. Whether you are new to investing or you are a seasoned professional, we have a plan for you to customize your business to a method that works, is affordable, and fits your budget. With training modules like finding money, finding deals, learning how to get correct comps, building a team, short sales, subject twos, foreclosures, making multiple offers, understanding auctions, REOs, and tax sales, working to build your construction team, and finding sellers and buyers. Find your property management team, plus over 70 additional training modules to choose from. Sit down with us for a one-on-one consulting to see what training plan is best to develop your goals and to build your business by using the 5 M's of investing: mining, money, maintenance, marketing, and management. Wouldn't your life be great if you can live it on your own terms? We help you develop and structure your business to take massive action. Join the Real Impact Real Estate Training today. Change your life today with real estate investing.